Hello everyone, today we're learning about Mציעא, Daf Mem Aleph. We're going to start from Mem Beis from the Mishnah at the bottom. Says the Mishnah, a mafkid choves etzel chaveroi. Reuben was deposited a barrel by his friend, v'lo yichdu lo abaylim mokim, and the bailim didn't designate a place for this barrel, the tiltelo, and he moved it, v'nishtabra, and it broke. Imitoich yodo nishbro. If it broke when it was still in his hand, so depends. The tzorkoi, if he used it for himself, he moved it. Chayev. The tzorkoi, if he moved it for the barrel's benefit, potter. If he put it down and then it broke, then it's tzorkoi. It doesn't matter if he moved it for his own benefit. Then it's tzorkoi for the benefit of the barrel, potter. If the bailim designated a place where you should keep it in the house, and he moved and he broke, so it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if it was when he was moving it or after he put it down. The tzorkoi, if he moved it for his own benefit, chayev. The tzorkoi, if it was a benefit of the barrel, potter. And we're going to see the difference about yichtulu abayli mokim or not in the Gemara. Says the Gemara, Homoni. Who is our Mishnah? Rabbi Shmuel, it's Rabbi Shmuel, the Omar loy beinen das bailim, that when you return a gneva, you don't need the owner to know about that you returned it, and once you returned it, it's called a good hashava. And therefore, in the Mishnah, in the Reisha, once you put it down, even if you moved it for my own benefit, for the shomer's benefit, you're potter because it's called a good hashava. The Tanya, we learned in the Bryce, someone who steals a baby sheep from the Eidah, Vesela Minakis, or money from the wallet, Lemokim Shagon Avyachziv, Rabbi Shmuel holds, put it back in the wallet, put it back in the Eidah, and that's called a good hashava. So also here, once you put it down, it's considered a good hashava, and therefore you're not chayav if it breaks later on. Rabbi Akiva argues, Tzorach das bailim, you need the bailim to know that you gave it back. Said the Gemara, Rabbi Shmuel, if our Mishnah is Rabbi Shmuel, my Aryeh, why is it lo yichtu? Why did it say in the Reisha, lo yichtu lo abaylim mokoim afilu yichtu inami? Even if he designated the place and you put it back, it should be considered a good hashava. And the Gemara is not asking from the faith of the Mishnah, the Gemara is asking from the diuk, from the it says lo yichtu. So the Gemara, lo mi boy koma. The Mishnah is saying not only lo mi boy yichtu, not only if the bailim designated a place and he put it back over there, that's called a good hashava. Even there's no specific place for this barrel. It doesn't have a specific place. Wherever you put it down, it's as if you gave it back to the bailim. So now the Gemara is going to ask a say from the Sefer. Look in the Sefer of our Mishnah. If the bailim designated a place for this barrel, the tiltel, and he moved it, and it broke, it doesn't matter if it wasn't from his hand. Once he put it down, the tzorko, if he did it for his own benefit, chayev. The tzorko for the benefit of the barrel, potter. Ason Rabbi Akiva. So the Gemara, Ason Rabbi Akiva, the Omar Beinan das bailim, the Sefer of the Mishnah, we're saying the Sefer of the Mishnah is going the fishes for Rabbi Akiva, they need das bailim, and therefore even though they put it back in the place, it's not called a good hashava, and therefore you chayev even if it broke later. So the Gemara, Rabbi Akiva, if the Sefer of the Mishnah is Rabbi Akiva, my iriam yichdu. Why do we need specifically if they designated a place? Afilu lo yichdu nami. Even if they didn't designate a place, it should be considered a good. It shouldn't be. You should have the same din that you chayev until the bailim know. So the Gemara, lo mi boy koma. The Mishnah is saying like what we said before. Not only lo mi boy, not only lo yichdu the lav mekoymo who doesn't have a specific place. And therefore you can't say it's a good hashava. Even if the bailim did designate a place, once you put it back in that specific place, it should be called a good hashava. That's its place of the barrel. You still need the bailim to know about it, and if the bailim doesn't know about it, you still consider the ganef because you use it for your own benefit, and therefore you'll be chayev. Said the Gemara, Reisha Rabbi Shmuel, the Sefer Rabbi Akiva. What? The Mishnah of the Reisha is Rabbi Shmuel, and the Sefer is Rabbi Akiva, and the Mishnah doesn't tell you anything about the machloikes. So the Gemara, yes, so it is. The Amar Rabbi Yochanan said, Man dem Targum li Chovis, anyone who explains me the Mishnah of Chovis, a Mishnah in Mamafkid, Daf Memon Beis that we just learned, Aliba the Chatana, in a way that it's going to fit into one shitta, no machloikis, I'll give him so much cover that I'll take his clothes after him, I'll carry his clothes to the washing house. So we could see that Rabbi Yochanan said that our Mishnah you can't explain if you want shitta. And now we're going to see three ways how to explain our Mishnah, yes, if you want shitta. Tirgum Rav Yaakov bar Abba Kamed Rav. Rav Yaakov bar Abba explained in front of Rav, when it says that he used it, it's talking about when he picked it up to steal it. And therefore he's chayev even after he put it down on the safe. And we're going to see a second, we're going to get to the full length of this teretz in a bit. Because we didn't finish yet the whole teretz. Not that the guy picked it up. When it says v'tzorkro, it doesn't mean that to steal it. It means to use a little bit of it. Shlichus yad means to steal a little bit of it. And that's enough that he's chayev on the whole barrel. Says the Gemara, why one says gzeila and one says shlichus yad? Says the Gemara, b'shlichus yad tzichos chisoron does, when I want to steal a little bit, if I didn't steal yet, I'm just planning to steal it, is that already a reason that I should be chayev on the whole achrayas or not? Man do male goizlo, not shlichus yad, kusova shlichus yad tzichos chisoron. And since over here he never stole anything, so if I don't have intention to steal the whole thing, only to be sholeach yad in a little bit, if I didn't sholeach yad, I'm not chayev, and that's why I need to be talking about that he wants to steal it. Uman do male shloach bo yad, kusova he holds shlichus yad enech tzichos chisoron, even without chisoron is good enough, and you chayev, and that's why it's enough to say that he wanted to steal a little bit. You don't need to say that he wanted to steal the whole thing. Matki Flor Rav Sheshes asks a question on both these two pshatim. Midi not loktoni, does it say that he took it? Tiltelo ktoni, he moved it. And tiltelo is mashma, that just to use it, not to actually take it. So how could he tell me that it means that he wants to steal it, or wants to steal a little bit? Tiltelo is no loshon of notlo. Notlo is loshon of taking. Tiltelo is just using it. Hello, Rav Sheshes, ochi b'mayaskin, and what's pshat in the Mishnah, kegoin shetiltelo, that he moved it, lo goizolos. He wasn't planning not to steal it, and not to steal a little bit of it. He wanted to use it to get to the nest that's high up, to use it as a ladder. Because Sovan, he holds, shoel shloimidat, someone who uses an item without permission of the owner, gazlan have it. And he's considered a gazlan, and therefore he's chayev on the whole barrel. And now the Gemara is going to explain the teretz. All these shittas, how is this answering the Mishnah, the stir between the Reish and the Sefer? The Kula Rabbi Shmuel, all these shittas hold that the whole Mishnah is Rabbi Shmuel. The Sefer, and in the Sefer, you know why you are chayev, even though that you put it back? Because the Bailim designated a place, and you put it back not in that place. Therefore, even if you put it back, you're still not called a good hashava, even though the Rabbi Shmuel considered it a good hashava without das bailim. But you need to put it back where you stole it from the wallet, from the Eda. But here you put it back in the place where the bailim didn't designate it. Mashenk in the ratio where there's no designated place. So wherever you put it down, it's considered a good hashava. So l'chorah, we have a teretz how to fit in the Mishnah, all if you're Rabbi Shmuel. Or l'chorah, what's pshat in the Sefer? Why is the Sefer any different? Because the Sefer never put it back in the right place, and therefore it's not considered a good hashava. So the Gemara of Rabbi Yochanan, who said whoever explained this whole Mishnah, if you want shitta, I'll take his clothes afterwards to Beis HaMerchet. Why didn't he think of one of these three turutzim? So the Gemara, nicha b'mekoyim mashma, since it said in the Mishnah, hinicho, and it's mashma, it doesn't say that he specially put it in the place where it's not his place. It's mashma even if he put it back in the designated place. And afilu ochi, it says that he chayev afterwards. So it can't be that fits in for Rabbi Shmuel, it must be Rabbi Akiva. And therefore Rabbi Yochanan prefers to say that the ratio is Rabbi Shmuel and the Sefer is Rabbi Akiva, not like the other Amoraim who say that all Rabbi Shmuel, and when we say nicho, it means no in its place. So now we understand the Mishnah. There's four ways how to understand. Or it's all Rabbi Shmuel and he stole it, or Sholech Yad, or Shoyel, that's three shittas. Or Rabbi Yochanan, the Reisha is Rabbi Shmuel and the Sefer is Rabbi Akiva. Itma, we learned, Rabbi Levi, Chadoma, one of them said, Shlichus Yad Tzricha Chisoron, you only chayiv if you actually make a loss. V'chadoma, Shlichus Yad Ein Tzricha Chisoron. If you did Agbot to steal a little bit, even though they never stole a little bit, you already considered the Gazlan. This time, I'll bring you a raya, the Rabu Doma Shlichus Yad Ein Tzricha Chisoron, I'll bring you a raya to that. Why? Because we're going to see in a second what the raya, because Rav and Shmuel did not say, Rav and Levi, didn't say who holds what. So we want to bring a raya that Rav is the one who holds Shlichus Yad Ein Tzricha Chisoron. The Tanya, we learned in the Brayta, Roya Edroi, a shepherd who was with his sheep. And he left his cattle, Bola Ir, and he came to the city above the Evet Torah. Came a wolf and grabbed one of the sheep and took it to his cave. Ubari or Gedora, so a lion came and ate one of the animals on the spot, and that's the way the wolf acts, and that's the way the animal acts. Potter. And Rashi explains, because we explain in the Gemara elsewhere, that it's talking about where it's a normal time to leave the cattle, all that he heard the lion and he ran away. But if he used one of the animals and he put his stick or his wallet or his bag on the animal, he is chayav. And we asked the Shaila, why should he be chayav? Because he used the animal, because he put his stick or his bag on it. He took it away. He put it down, but now when he went to the city, he took the stick away. So even if you want to tell me let's say he's sholech yad and he's using it without permission, but now he took it back, and we said the mission like Rab Ishmael, who holds that you don't need das bailim when you give back a gneva. Omar Rav Nachman, Omar Rabba Barvu, Omar Rab, but it's talking about where he never took it back. When it's still on the animal, he's still using the animal. Then the Gemara asks, so what, it's still on it, my happy or loy moshcha, you didn't do meshicha, and to be chayav exile, you need to do meshicha. Omar Shmuel bar Rav Yitzchak Omar Rav, it's talking about Sheikisha b'makel, he hit it in its stick, v'rotz to lefonov, and he ran, and that's considered like meshicha, and that's why he chayav. Now the Gemara says, here I'll bring you the raya, the Rav who said this teretz over here holds Shlichus Yad Ein Tzricha Chisoron, because over here there's no chisoron, there's no loss, he didn't steal any of the sheep. And Yechayev Elolav, what do we see? Shma Mino, we could see the Kosova, we could see the Rav holds Shlichus Yad Ein Tzricha Chisoron. You don't need the loss of the animal, the actually taking to be chayev, even without a loss on the animal Yechayev. Says the Gemara, Dicho, when he put the stick on it, he made the damage in he made the animal weak, and he made the damage, and that's a chisar, and therefore really Shlichus Yad Tzricha Chisoron. Says the Gemara, Dekanami, I'll bring you a raya that you do need chisar and diktoni, because it says Shikisha b'makel. Why does he use a loshon Shikisha b'makel and not stam that he made the move? Shikisha b'makel is mashma big bang that he made it damage, that there's a chisar. Shmamino, we could see that's the opposite. Why does Rav say Shikisha b'makel where there's a chisaron? We could see the opposite, that Rav holds that Shlichus Yad Tzricha Chisoron. The Rav saw Shlichus Yad Tzricha Chisoron. Now once we came to Maskona, the Rav is the one who holds Shlichus Yad needs a Chisoron. Levi saw Shlichus Yad Ein Tzricha Chisoron. You don't need a Chisoron for Shlichus Yad. My time of the Levi, what's Pshat in Levi? Now we can understand the source of the Machlokes between Rav and Levi. Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Mishum Rabbi Yossi ben Aryeh, Mishuna Shlichus Yad Amura b'Shem Mechino. It means it's not similar, the Shlichus Yad that's written by Shem Mesocha, the Shlichus Yad Amura b'Shem Mechino, because both by Shem Mechino and by Shlichus Yad it says that you only potter if you were not Shleach Yad. But we're saying it's different. It says, V'ani Oima, says the Gemara on Amud Beis, V'ani Oima, Rabbi Yochanan says, I said this, that's Mishuna in the name of Rabbi Yossi ben Aryeh. But me myself, Rabbi Yochanan says, Eina Mishuna. It's not different. Umay Mishuna. And what's Pshat? If you're Rabbi Yossi ben Aryeh, that is Mishuna. Why is it different? Because we could say the following. The Torah does not need to write Shlichus Yad b'Shem Mesocha, v'Teisim B'Shem Mechinom, and we learn it from Shem Mechinom. What should we learn? Umashem Mechinom shepotter b'Gneva Aveda. That's more kolodik. That's potter for Gneva Aveda. Sholach boyad. If the Torah tells us that if you used it without permission, chayev, you'll be chayev. Shem Mesocha, that's worse. Shechayev b'Gneva Aveda. That's more chumradik. Loi kolshiki. Is it not even more so that if you shaleach yad, you'll be chayav, because we could see Shemech Sochos more chumradik, it's chayav b'gneva v'aveda. So lemay ilchas hakasvinu rachmonu, why did the Torah bother and write also shlichus yad by Shemech Socho, lecharu we could learn it from Shemech Chinam. Loi malechot, to tell you shlichus yad, eina tzurcha chesaron. To tell you chiddush, even if you shaleach yad, even if there's no chesaron, you already consider the ganev and you'll be chayav. So that's Pshat in Levi, who holds Shlichus Yad Eina Tzricha Chesaron. He holds Meshuna. It's different. The Torah came to add it, to tell you the special din that you don't need Chesaron. V'aniyoima, says Rabbi Yochanan, Eini Meshuna, why not Kira Belozo, Domra, Dova Do'achasi? They're both the same. Shlichus Yad by Shem Echinam, Shlichus Yad by Shem Esocho are the same. My Dova Do'achasi, what do they mean that they're the same? Mishum Deikele Mifrach, you told me a Kal V'choima, if already Shem Echinam is Chayev. Shem Esocho for sure is chayav. No, you could ask a kasha on it. Malo Shem Echinom, you know why you chayav on Shlichus Yad, she came Misham Tashlumi Kefer, but to Tanas Ganev. If a Shem Echinom says it got stolen, and really we find out that he stole it, what's the din? The din is he'll be chayav Kefer if he made a shvur. So maybe that's why he chayav for Shlichus Yad, but Shem Esocho, if he said it's stolen, he has to pay care, and he never comes to a matter that he pays Kefer. So maybe he's potter for Shlichus Yad, and that's why the Torah had to tell you Shlichus Yad also by Shem Echinam, but it's not coming to tell you any extra din of Eina Tzricha Chesaron. Tell the Gemara, man deloi parech Levi and Rabbi Yossi ben Aroy, don't ask this percha that L'chora Shem Echinam is more chumradik. Sova karno beloi shvur, that Shem Echinam, when he says Nigneva has to pay straight away the capital, adifa mikvele b'shvur, it's more chumradik than paying kefel if you made the shvur l'sheker. So now we understand the machloikis between Rav and Levi, if shlichus yad tzricha chesaron or not. If the shlichus yad miyuta, and then it could tell you that you don't need chesaron, or it's not miyuta. Rav Oman, a whole new pshat. Lo yitoyma shlichus yad, lo yiveshem echinam, lo yiveshem etzocha, l'chara. We don't need it, the Torah doesn't need to tell you that if you're shleach yad, you'll be chai by Sim, not by Hashem Echinam, and not by Hashem Esocha. And where are we going to learn it from? But Teisim, Yishoel, we'll learn it from Shoel. Uma Shoel, the das bailim ka'ovid. A Shoel who borrows a chayfetz, and the bailim let him use a chayfetz, but I'm using the chayfetz. Sholach bayad, once I borrow it, what's the din chayev? I'm chayev and all ointzim, like a din of a Shoel is chayev the ointzim. And it's even though that the bailim gave me permission to do it, that the Bailim didn't give me permission to use it, and I used it for sure, it'll be like minimum like a shoel, and I'll be chai by ointzim. So Lomo Nema, why did it say also by Shem Echinam and also by Shem Esocho Shlichus Yad? We could learn it simply from shoel. Choda, one of them is written Lo Yimalechot to tell you Shlichus Yad Eina Tzricha Chesaron, to tell you that even if there's no chesaron, you chai for Shlichus Yad. V'idoch, and the other one is to tell you, Shaloi Toima Daya Lovoi Lios Lovoi Minadin Lios Kanidoin. There is a din that when you learn a Kal V'choyma, you only learn as much as it says in the Chomo, in the Kal. You learn from the Kal, whatever it says in the Kal, also in the Chomo, but you don't learn more than that. So you might have said, Ma Shoel b'Bailim Potter, if I'm doing the special din by Shoel, that if I borrow an item from him, and he's helping me, he's working by me when I borrow the item, I'm Potter from Ointzim, Afshem Mechinam v'Shem Esocha, if I'm a Shem Mechinam or Shem Esocha, and I use the item without permission, and the owner's working by me, I'll be Potter. Kamashim along the Torah tells you, Shlichus Yad, to tell you, know that by Shem Mechinam and Shem Esocha, even if b'Bail of Imoy, you'll still be chayav. That's why it says twice Shlichus Yad. That's Miyuta want to tell you that even without Chesaron chayav, and that's Shittas Levi, and it wants to tell you that even b'Bailim you'll still be chayav. Says the Gemara, Lemando Omar Lefi Rav, who holds Shlichus Yad Tzricha Chesaron, and entirety Shlichus Yad Lo Mali Lecher, we can learn it from Shoel, from a Kal V'choyma. Says the Gemara, Chodo Shaloi Toima Daya, like we said before, they shouldn't say Daya Lovo Minadin Lios Kenidon only that b'Bailim you'll be potter. No, they tell you that even b'Bailim you're chayav. Dialovoy Chodo Shaloi Toima Dialovoy Minadin Lios Kenidon Vehidoch, and the other Shlichus Yad, you know what it's coming to tell you. The Kedetani, like we learned in the Brisa, it says V'nikra Balabayis Eloikin. It says by Shem Echinam that he tiny got stolen, but really he stole it, and he said he came to Balabayis Eloikin. And we're saying that means he made the shvur that it got stolen, and then we found that he stole it, he has to pay kefil. But the other tzad to say, Ata oimer l'shvo, you telling me means the nikar balabayis eloikim means the shvo, oy eino elo ledin. Maybe it means the nikar balabayis eloikim mean that he came to Besdin. The shoymechinum time is in Besdin, he got stolen, and then we found out that he stole it. He'd be chayiv kefil even if he never made the shvo about it. So for that we need to tell you that Nemor shlichus yad lemato. It says by shoymesocho. Shlichus yad, and it says over there clearly Shvuas Hashem tiyeh ben shneim. V'nemer shlichus yad lemalo, and it says shlichus yad by shoy mechino. Mala halon shvur, like by shoy mesocho, it means that he makes a shvur. Afkan a shvur also by shoy mechino, he only chayiv toin tanas gana by shoy mechino is only chayiv kefel if he if he makes a shvur, but if he doesn't make a shvur, he won't be chayiv kefel. And therefore, it's not miyuta to tell me the din of shlichus yad eino tzurchosoron, because you needed to tell me this din that when it says nikar balabayis eloikim, it means the shvur. And therefore, now we understand the machloikis between Rav and Levi of shlichus yad eino tzurchosoron. What's the source of that machloikis? Shkoyach.